Hey guys, I'm Steph Martinson. I'm an academic coach out of Sheridan. I work with the Sheridan High School kids. Today we're going to delve into some scholarships and financial aid information. The first thing we're going to look at is a 2-year degree versus a 4-year degree. A 2-year degree is an associate's degree, and you can get your tech degree too at a lot of the community colleges around the state. These are going to typically be lower tuition and smaller class sizes, and a lot of times in the town that you live in. A 4-year degree is going to be a bachelor's degree, and just different job options there. And in Wyoming, we're looking at the University of Wyoming. There's a lot of information off to the right with average salaries and things like that. We have 3 different places that you can look at going after high school. You can look at the community colleges, which Sheridan College, Gillette College, Casper College, a lot of colleges throughout Wyoming. The university that we have in Wyoming is the University of Wyoming. There's plenty of others that are out of state, and private universities that are not state funded. So these are, typically be a little bit more expensive. University of Denver is one of those. A need blind colleges and universities is a cool thing that's going on with the some of the upscale universities throughout the nation. And typically colleges look at the finances for whether or not to be admitted at the college, but these need blind colleges are not doing that. And when there is a full need for financial aid, some of these universities are funding it 100%. So they're very merit-based, very hard to get into, but it could be an excellent education opportunity and for your kiddo or you if you're looking at going to any of these colleges here on this page. In-state tuition versus out-of-state tuition. I quickly put a couple of options up here. Montana State is one of the out-of-state options for us, and you can kind of just see it's about double to go to an out-of-state college or university. And there's a lot of things that you can do to lower that cost, but just on a quick snapshot. And then the University of Wyoming, you can kind of see how much it would be for a resident versus a non-resident to attend. It's just a little bit more expensive when you head out of state, but there are still financial options for both ways. So still attainable, just something to keep in mind. 2 schools that are out of state that offer in-state tuition for Wyoming students are Black Hills State University, which is a great place to get your education degree, and Chadron State, which is also a good place to get your education degree if you're looking at being a teacher. Both offer in-state tuition, so that's cool. There is an option, so if you do decide that you want to go out of state, there is the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program, or WUI, a lot of people call it, and you have to apply early to get WUI. So once you apply to the school, you are also going to apply for WUI, and they have to award you with WUI, and they have to also accept you to the college. So all of the highlighted states here on that map are ones that will offer WUI, and you can kind of look at the prices once you get on there and see what it would cost. There are different ways that you can pay for college. So the first one is going to be scholarships. So this is money that you apply for and is given to you for free. You don't have to repay. Number 2 is grants. So this is a lot of times on financial need. So when you sign up and you fill out the FAFSA, you are applying for a grant, and hopefully you can get that, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. You can work while you are going to college in a work study. So you working maybe on or off campus, helping out to get a little bit of money to put towards your financial aid. Or you can take out loans, which is money that has to be repaid back, most of the time with interest. And at the bottom, it talks about the difference between an unsubsidized loan and a subsidized loan. So that gives you kind of some input there. The FAFSA is something that every student as a senior should fill out. It is the free application for federal student aid. However, it is not just for student aid. It is an application that kids fill out, and the government decides if there is any financial need that could be used. So there are Pell Grant awards that can be given to kids with financial need, and it's a huge chunk, which helps a lot. So apply for the FAFSA, and that's probably one of the most important things to do at the start of your senior year when that opens. There are lots of scholarships for kids. These are just a handful of the national ones, so they're maybe a bit more competitive, but kids also get them every single year, and they're a great place to start. So take a look at all of them. The Horatio Alger one is specifically for financial need. The Daniels Fund is a merit-based, so looking at your academic standings. The LEDA is something that helps you fill out applications, and so they're all really good places to begin for national scholarships. The Hathaway Scholarship is something offered only in the state of Wyoming, so you can use it at any college or university in Wyoming, but you can't use it out of state. And this follows a strict format, and so high school guidance counselors will be helping kids work throughout their high school career. They have a curriculum that they need to follow, certain classes that they need to take. They have an ACT score, and depending on their ACT score and their GPA, they can get money for the Hathaway, and it can be pretty substantial. So it's really important to follow that along with your high school career and your counselor. There are institutional scholarships, which are usually scholarships that are offered by the college that you are applying for. So when you apply for the college and you get accepted, then you can also be applying for the college's scholarships that they offer just for that college or university. And so this is where you can get some really good ones, so pay attention to that. And the earlier that you apply, the better chances that you have of getting it, because you'll be the first ones in there rather than the last ones are missing the deadline. UW specifically, this is just one for the University of Wyoming. They offer a Cowboy Commitment Scholarship, and it can be pretty big. There is also a Trustees Scholarship, and which could be a really cool one. This one's very merit-based and hard to get, but it's very attainable. And if you see for the Cowboy Commitment, you can kind of see the ACT and your GPA matter for that one. And then the Trustees Scholarship is one that you have to apply for, and it's a good one though, a full ride. Local scholarships will come out later in your senior year, so it's a good idea to be in touch with your guidance office, or if you have a college connection center like we do at Sheridan High School. They have a whole list of local scholarships, people that are in your community who are willing to give scholarships to kids going off to college. So these are great to get your name out there and try to get a bunch of these. If you are thinking that you are a dedicated student and you want to do a dual and concurrent enrollment class, or dual and or concurrent enrollment class, it's a really good place to do in high school, because you get college credit and also high school credit, and you can do that for free. So concurrent enrollment is you take the class at the high school and you're going to get high school credit and college credit. Dual enrollment is where you go to the college and you take the class at the college and you get college credit there. Then you have the AP classes, so advanced placement class option. These are where you go to the high school class, and at the end of the year you take a big test, and depending on how well you do on that test, you can get college credits depending on how high you get. So in Spanish class, for example, I know kids who got 12 Spanish credits just by taking an AP test and doing really well, or you can even get 4 credits or 8 credits, just depending on where it goes. So keep your eye on those, because that's a really good place to get college credit. A couple tips. So when you're in college, you have to keep your SAP. So your academic progress has to maintain at a certain level with different colleges, usually a 2.0. And you also have to complete the majority of your classes. And then if you do take out loans after college, you get a 6-month grace period, and then you have to pay them back every month, and usually with interest. So just the federal interest right now on student loans is 2.75. So that would be something you pay every month, just something to keep in mind. GEAR UP is a great program. There are many, many things that it offers. Here is the majority that I could think of. So GEAR UP offers summer programs. We waive ACT fees, so that's really a good option. So you can take the ACT several times and get higher Hathaway. We waive college application fees, and we can now waive AP class fees. There is a GEAR Up Opportunity Scholarship that can get money for kids. It's a great scholarship for just being in the GEAR Up program. You can also get University of Wyoming and Wyoming Community College GEAR Up scholarships. We offer assistance in applying for scholarships and choosing a college and helping with applying to college. And we also help students and families learn how to get money. So we teach about scholarships and all that great things, all those great things. So here are the contact people if you want to reach out and get in touch with GEAR Up. Kristen Young works in Gillette, and she sees over a lot of the Gillette and Johnson County and Sheridan County students. And then Denise Scammon, she sees over the Sheridan County students. So there are their numbers and email addresses. Please reach out with questions. And I hope you learned something new. Have a great day.